Sweet. Let's try to do this pretty quick. Not quick. Let's hang out. Want to do this kind of on a weekly thing, jumping right into it. We don't have to post anything. Don't have to do any of that. Just jump on in. Whoever wants to join, how are ya? Yes. Ooh, we're going to have a terrible echo, but that's okay. There we go. What do I want to do? I don't have to do anything. That's it. Zooming out, and that's it. Cool. Done. All right, yes, this is it. This is the community show that I'm calling the Arcade Society. Yes, what? Can't lie. ChatGPT came up with that. Originally came up with Joystick, the Joystick Society. And then I said, you know what? Not all arcades have joysticks. So yes, we are doing the Arcade Society. This is cool. I just want to do something where I kind of, as a New Year's resolution thing, I just wanted to start this. Get into more streaming. That's also another thing I have to probably do starting tomorrow. I have to fix up my OBS because apparently I don't have to do this dual PC setup to stream. So hopefully I could get that where I could do like TikTok and all that. So we should be A-okay there. I did not realize that I'm on at the same time as Rascal. I didn't really pick a day. I just went live and Rascal is on and I don't want to step on his toes, but it's okay. I already started. Yes, but basically keeping it simple. It's all, anything gaming, arcade-wise, don't care. Home arcade, regular arcade, do not care. Arcade 1-up, multi-cade, do not care. You could do anything you want. I really don't care. It's more about everybody could just come, hang out, and talk, and also brainstorm and teach, and that's what I am down for. I actually need some help with something because I am doing this whole thing basically with Ray's encoder, which I'm having a blast with. I recorded today, 2 videos I recorded today. One went out today. That was the JSON file. And then tomorrow I have the profile one going out. Tomorrow, though, I'm going to be filming another one. We're going to be doing MAME profiles. So for this to start, because I don't really have any topics to talk about. Again, we're doing open forum, anything. You could go in the description. I put like what was it called? Like speakeasy thing, where you could leave a voicemail. You could either leave a question or a thought and an opinion. I'll listen to my phone and then there. I'm trying to work out the stream here because I thought I could mute myself here and like I could kind of test the audio. It doesn't work that way. It's A-okay. But like I said, it's just an open hangout discussion. Anything you want to talk about, I'm down for it. I'm going to start it off first because I need some help. I don't claim to know everything, but I need some help on this one. I wrote it in my Discord. Some people did help out. There's an actual channel in my Discord, and I'm reaching out to you and all. Let me know, please, if you have any idea. I need a list. If you have a list of specific arcade games that had either a unique, I don't want to say unique button layout. That terminology isn't correct. I need to know if you know any arcade games that had certain button color schemes. I'm right now at like not in a bad way. I'm at like a pause. I'm trying to make a list because again, we're getting into this world of LED blinky, and I'm basically reaching out to the community. Help me. Reaching out to you guys and gals, letting me know if you have an idea. Like for example, and I'm gonna, I'll put up Firefox and all that. I believe, like one off the bat was Street Fighter 2 Turbo. If I do Street Fighter 2 Turbo arcade, I think that was like the red, green, blue layout. Is it Turbo? I guess it's not Turbo. Yes, it should be Turbo. Yes, this is one right there. It's all right. Okay, cool. We got at least Firefox there. Boom. There's one. So that's what I need. I need help with this. So for example, I'm going to make a note of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. It's got the red, green, blue. That's what I need. So as a community, help me help me make a list. Help me. I'm gonna grab my water while people get the notification and chime on in. Like I said, please help me. Help me. I should have done this before. Yes, that was me getting water. That wasn't anything else. That was just me getting water. So I said, let me know. I'm gonna have to start making my list and all, but yes, this is the little thing I need help with. Another one, for example, NBA Jam. Pretty sure this is also funny when I was talking to Ray and we were brainstorming stuff as far as his encoder and all that. I was explaining to Ray, I was like, some people like myself have certain games set up in a certain way. And one, for example, is NBA Jam. That right there is 3. That's bottom row button 1 and top 2. That's how I have mine set up. So it gets very technical and detailed when you go into that realm. And I just said to Ray, that's what it is. The only thing that's going to be difficult is basically it's not going to be perfect. Where people are going to expect one single file and it will save and it will work and all that. So that's like the one thing I don't see that happening at all. Like I said, I have to start making my list. I have it in the Discord. And like I said, I also have to do some homework and adjust my OBS settings. But again, the main thing is just hang out, talk. I do want to do a lot of live streaming more. Definitely pinball is coming up. I have to. I'm going to be streaming a lot of Toy Story. So far, I've almost beaten it twice. And I'm like, I'm not getting this on camera and I should be recording it. So that is one thing. Definitely. Binky Barnes, there he is. With Ark. What's going on, buddy? How are you? Yes. I got to do more live streams of Toy Story, definitely. So that's like the one thing. This camera right here is the same camera I use for my playfield. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to be doing all the MAME videos for Ray's encoder. And then that's officially it. The encoder, the buttons, beautiful, amazing. I can't get enough of them. They're great. Like I didn't think I was going to like, what's the word? Geek out on like buttons. But it's kind of like what everybody said when it comes to LED blinky and RGB buttons. It's like once you get the hang of it and going, it's good. It's just I feel bad because I'm making the videos and I haven't done too much real in-depth with LED blinky itself. I haven't done it because it's just a list of like words and game name. And like I'm like lost at it. So I feel bad because I didn't really give LED blinky it's like, I don't know. It's an old program, though. Keep that in mind, too. It's an old program. So I don't know how updated it is. And yes. So in the Discord, I got a couple of things. Flacco says here, Killer Instinct. I believe Killer Instinct is actually all purple. That is a good one. Chris Kuma, there you go, buddy. What's going on? How are you? How are you, dude? Killer Instinct is not purple. It's blue. Is it blue or, well, the arcade one-up one is purple. I usually think purple. That's not really purple, though. I don't know. That's like a darker blue. No? Let me know. What do you guys think? Is Killer Instinct blue or purple? But it's a good, solid list. Those buttons are clean. Thank you. Thank you. We'll work soon on Brooke, too, so I'm watching your video. Ooh, Chris, that's interesting. Are you doing something on your own with Brooke? So far, it's been really cool. Again, I got these last week. I got everything last week. It's fun. It was definitely, like I said, wiring and all that. It is wiring. But it's pretty cool. Like I said, I told Ray, do I have this set to, I have it just set to Firefox. I don't want to give you Inception. I'm going to give you Inception if I hit this. Do I give you Inception? I don't know. Let's take out Firefox. Oh, I don't actually. Hold on. So it's cool. I kind of do, whatever. You see, like, I told Ray when I first got the encoder, I was like, honestly, bro, I need, not me. I was like, some people need something where you could actually see the button press. You could see it there on the left. He didn't have that originally. I told him that last week, and then sure enough, Brooke made like an update, and it's like there. So it's pretty cool. Like I was like, oh, this is actually going pretty fast and such. So the big thing, there you go. Chris says purple. I would have to agree, purple too. I thought it was. I mean, you kind of see it there. It looks like it's more on the. This is like light blue. I don't think I've ever seen a light blue Killer Instinct. This is more regular blue. But I'll always play with it, and that's the cool thing with at least Ray's thing. It's pretty it's very user friendly. Like I said, when it came to LED Blinky, I didn't give it much thought because it's like you look at the interface, you're like, what the hell? I don't want to deal with it. Yes, that was much needed. I told Ray, I was like, what I was doing, Ray also gave me another like it's like a basic program. He gave me this joystick test. This is how I was testing before, where like, you know, I could basically come here and try to figure out which play. There you go. Like this is where I was doing originally. Ray's like, oh, just run this. And I'm like, it'd be pretty just easier if it's all like in one, keeping it simple. So the button press was much needed and it worked. Boris on TikTok, how are you, bro? Happy New Year. I see all your comments on TikTok. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I was going to ask, how's the push button for the wire for those of us who wire buttons individually instead of the harness? Okay, you mean the actual gray. So I'll be brutally honest. I'm using, on my panel here, I'm using solid wire. You could use stranded, but I would probably assume, honestly, you probably got to go with like a 20 gauge. It's doable, though. It's more like the angle that you have to put it in. I don't think I mastered it yet. I did use the push because, like I said, I have the dedicated 4-way. So I have his harness, and then I have my dedicated 4-way. So the harness is the harness, and then dedicated 4-way, I'm using the push button, the gray. And I can't lie to you, it was like, I was like trying to put it in, but it would come out. But then I think I was putting it in wrong. You either have to put it from the top, so you push the button, you put it from the top, or you got to put it from the side. But it's like once you get it in, it's not going nowhere. Yay, so you really see what button is set in UI. Yeah, that was the biggest. I told Ray, I was like, I need this. Then, not to mention, you can see with his wording and terminology, you can see there, he's got 1P, 2P. That's how he's like making it as the punch. And I feel bad because on a couple of videos, I'm like 1 play or 2 play. I'm like, no, I'm saying it wrong. 1P, 2P. So he's got the punches. So big thing right now, this is where, you know, I told Ray, and it's like, you know, I'm the unique one. I'm the one. I said to him, I was like, I feel bad because I'm, of course, the guy. But the main purpose of the videos that I'm making is to show somebody that if you don't follow the norm, and I told Ray, not everybody's going to follow the norm, or they don't have enough buttons for the norm. So it's like the videos that I'm making, I feel like at least like you'll have like confidence. Because right now, I went in on this and I had this I'm going to show you right now. Ray has these INIs, and I actually did his tool. Where is it? It's just LED Blinky, these files that he has. What was it on there? Oh, yes, it's converted. He's got here like 1,100 LED Blinky control INI files. And as you can see, this is per game. So this is where like it's a plus and minus if you go with Ray's route or if you go with my route that I'm going to make the video on. I'm going to do, for example, the basic one. That's Marvel vs. Capcom, so MVC, right? And like he told me, he's like, Vic, launch this INI. It's going to be like perfect. And then sure enough, I reminded him, I was like, remember, I have a different button layout. And sure enough, when I launched like MVC, you can see it there. I'm different. He's got here a blue, red, green for, that is Marvel vs. Capcom, right? MVSC. Now MVSC, oh yeah, it is that color scheme. Is it? Let me see. Because I'm always just so prone to like Street Fighter, red, white, and blue. MVSC. If I don't press the keyboard buttons, that'd be great. I I should just type that Marvel vs. Capcom, right? Not the arcade one-ups, though. We don't need the arcade one-ups. What is this? This is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's not even the right one. Let's see. This one's blue, yellow, red, which I believe is what I've seen. This one, arcade one-up's got the blue, red, green. So as you can see, that was the big thing. So Ray's like, oh, make your file, make the INI. And you can see right now, that's the dilemma that I have. Now, the only thing I'm saying to Ray is that now, though, it's like I have to now adjust that one individual file. And I'm like, I'm not going to do like 1,000 files. It is not worth it to me. But then I also told Ray, I was like, this right now, you only have about 1,000 files, whereas my plan, you'll see in the video, I'm making very simple, like arcade stuff. So I have here, I'm going to do it live on camera. You can see here, like I have an arcade 2-button 2-player. And it's like simple. Like, okay, it's 2 players, 2 buttons, and I want red and white. You want yellow? Cool, you could do it like that. And then I'm going to have like an INI, main.ini thing for Launchbox. You're going to see, I'm going to basically do my entire MAME arcade collection with my route. It's just pretty cool to make the videos. I'm not getting paid to do it. I paid for the stuff. That was the main thing. Like, I want to make sure people know, like, I paid for my buttons and I paid for my encoder. I didn't get that for free. Need a set LB and RB. Okay, see, Chris is like me. Like, I'm just prone to, my shoulders are here. Like, I need that. That's how I've always done it. The color knife from LED Blinky is too generic. I mean, so that's the thing, though. People are relying on this LED Blinky. And I don't know. Right now, like I said, if I'm not going to load up my Launchbox, but if I load up my Launchbox, I'm pretty sure I have, like, a lot of clones. And I have my Launchbox set differently, where I have one list of all the clones. So I have it as, I call it all ROMs. And I have a list of just, like, the main ROMs. But the biggest thing I said I'm going to do, and I said to Ray, I said, if you could support the files, meaning, like, if you could put it on your website, put it. I'm going to give him the merged ROM lister that I made. So this is the program that I'm using. And I'm going to do it, like I said, I'm going to make a video tomorrow. Literally, it's going to be maybe about an hour long. But basically, with this ROM lister, I'm able to take all the games throughout and, like, rock with it. So, for example, like, I do everything as gray, because it's like, if it's gray, it's like, it doesn't matter if it's a yes or a no. So I gray everything out. And you could also do it, and I'm going to make it live, where I'm going to do one for, like, trackball. But the biggest thing is how many buttons and then how many players. So, for example, if I do, let's say, a 6-button game, definitely need one player is a hard checkpoint, and then 2 players simultaneous. And then make a list. This now is doing everything, is doing all the hard work. And I even, like, tested it. I was like, okay, even Ray has this ROM lister, he has the merge. I gave him, like, the cat thing that it needed, and it's like, luckily there's a guy on YouTube that showed where the files are, but it's a fucking pain in the ass. I'd rather just supply you the merged. And of course I found no ROMs. Hold on, let's see. What am I missing here? Buttons only? Maybe I'll just make it. No, I did this. Oh, we took these out. Let's run it again. Again, it's all based on the merge. So it doesn't matter about the ROMs you actually have. It just reads the merge. Let's see if this gives me an actual number instead of 0. Don't embarrass me. I will do it before I start filming tomorrow. But when I was doing, like, 1 player alternating, it came up with like 900 games. And then I was able to take this INI. Here we go. Beautiful. There you go. Look at that. We have 794 ROMs that are either 1 player and or 2 players, right? So, for example, like, this is where Ray was like, I don't see, like, Marvel vs. Capcom. Let's see if I go to M. Mortal Kombat, Marvel Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom. And it's also taking the clones. So now what I do is that I'm going to export this as an INI. I take this and I have to put it under here for this MAME UI. Exports it as an INI, and now I have that plugin. and it's going to make a playlist, and I'm just going to select all 794 and link. That is it. And again, right now you can see that one list is half of Ray's INIs that he created. So I said to Ray, I was like, do your thing, make your videos, but I'm going to show you this. And I think this is awesome. Only thing that's difficult is this ROM lister is like dated. But then again, I said to Ray, I was like, MAME Arcade is MAME Arcade. We don't have 2025 MAME Arcade. It's all the same. I have 3 colors different for all fighting games and also all color for console. I forgot about the cup holders. Can we just say how cool they are? Thank you. I love the cup holders, not to mention they're big enough to hold like a big drink. But yes, so that's my video for tomorrow is the ROM lister stuff. And then it's going to go in, it gets like intricate. It's very cool. I think it's awesome. Like I said, right now my challenge is I have to just figure out, and I'm even like, I even did like I think I put it in ChatGPT. I'm like, tell me the arcade games. Is that Biggie? Biggie D, what's going on, bro? How are you? I'm like, tell me the arcade games that have specific buttons. And like, it couldn't find it. And I even did a Google search. Can't find it. So like I said, going through my list right now, somebody said Killer Instinct, Neo Geo. That's another thing that's beautiful. I have a playlist for Neo Geo. So I could just simply go and import. I made an arcade Neo Geo, and I have my Neo Geo. Done. Like, simple. Easy. Somebody else in the Discord wrote Simpsons. I have my 4-player, so that's a given. Gotta make sure I hit this complete. Simpsons 4-player. It's actually, I put it back here. You got your Simpsons 4. Beautiful. NBA Jam, NFL Blitz. Somebody said TMNT. So I would assume TMNT. Did it get the Simpsons treatment back in the day? Yeah, it did. Blue, yellow, purple, red. Beautiful. Bang. That's like the thing. Like, how many specific games are there? Most MAME games are 6 buttons. Yes, they are mostly. Or maxed at 6 buttons. Yes. But there's a wide variety. You got 1 button, 2 buttons. So if we're doing this LED blinky, I want to make sure that I have it set. So you're going to see, I'm even going to supply people. And I told Ray, I said, I'll give you everything, dude. I'm going to give him these XMLs. Are they XMLs or .inis? They are INIs. I'm going to give him these INIs. This way you don't have to do this ROM lister. But if you're the type that needs a specific thing or I missed something, I'm going to at least show you how I got ROM lister to do it. I think it's so cool. I think it's, and again, using Launchbox to make everything just streamlined, it's like insane. I think it's very convenient. Curious if you ever dabbled with servo sticks. I have. So like that, you get rid of dedicated 4-way. I have done servo sticks. They just feel weird, especially when we're playing. I like my industry Lorendos. I love the bat. I love everything about it. I don't think I've ever seen a servo stick with a IL joystick. So for me, playing on even even like I have like the Sanwa bat tops. They're so skinny. I hate how it feels. I don't like it. So it's like, it is doable, but me personally, I always put a dedicated 4-way, always. Because the biggest thing when I started, people love the fact that the dedicated 4-way is in the middle of the screen. So Pac-Man lovers, like they don't really want to be off screen. They want to be dead in the middle. So I will always put dedicated 4-ways. But again, servos are cool. Ray said you can't do servo control on his encoder. He basically suggests that you buy like that switch. It's like a manual switch. I personally though, I love my Industry Lorenzo joysticks. All my cabinets here, minus the Nintendo Switch one, is all servos. Keep going down the list. Somebody wrote X-Men. So I would assume X-Men Arcade. That's like the 6-player one. X-Men Arcade 4-player. Not bad. So that right there is blue, red, yellow. Now, I would ask you guys and gals, how are you mapping that in your MAME Arcade? This is something where, for me personally, it's a manual map. Just like how I manually map NFL Blitz, I manually map NBA Jam, I manually map X-Men. I I would map this as blue is down here, red is up here, and white. So street NBA Jam kind of claw. And I was saying to Ray, so I was like, Ray, I was like, this is like the thing. I like, this is what's great with his encoder is something like that that's specific to me. I could easily go and edit it. Count me in. I'm in all day. That's how I would do it. But that's a good tip. Like I said, somebody wrote that in the Discord, so thank you. I like to go back to my default. Wake it up. Beautiful. It's like, oh. It's funny because I always talk a lot in my videos, but I'm like, I like to be educational. I like to teach people that. Gauntlet Legends and Primal Rage. That's an interesting one. Gauntlet Legends. If I could type. I can't type. Even on like my phone, I can't type. Yeah, but like I said, I need that. Definitely dedicated four-way. I need the ball. Like I've seen people grip for Pac-Man like that. It's like a must. Gauntlet, not bad. Yellow, blue, red, green. That is a unique color scheme, so that's another one. Primal Rage would be another one. Let's see that. Primal Rage. Oof, almost Tekken-esque. This is Primal Rage 2? Yes. Primal Rage Run. This is red and yellow on these. This is like Tekken colors. Same thing with Tekken. I'd have to modify all my Tekkens for 4 buttons. It's got to be done. What about Neo Geo fighting games which have 2 buttons and 2 kicks? I leave Neo Geo traditional 4 up. Always. It's like Neo Geo. And it's funny because I was thinking about that, right? I was like Metal Slug. Metal Slug is a 3-button Neo Geo. So what would you do? Would you just light 3? I'm not doing that. I would just rather light all 4 for Neo Geo. That's where, for example, my ROM lister video that I'm going to make tomorrow, I kind of have to do it in 2 parts. But really, if you think about it, like the category, it's really just Neo Geo. Because again, if I go through ROM lister and I do a 3-button arcade game, 2 players, it's going to give me Metal Slug. So I'm going to be doing all that first, and then I'm going to go to my Neo Geo. I'm going to bulk remove if there was any Brooks that I made, and then I'm going to re-enter in the Neo Geo. So it's like a 2-step thing, but I'm the type Neo Geo, you must have 4. That's how it was growing up. Now, some other people, and I've tried it, and I don't really like it because I think the distance is too distant. I've seen people do Neo Geo 4 here. Like the thumb is here. It's just for me, that's not how Neo Geo was growing up. The thumb was really like here. So I feel like this, playing Neo Geo like this, I'm very comfortable with that. You guys let me know. What would you do? I just don't like having the bottom here. That's how Ray had his. Ray had his I that he sent me. He had a button down here. Because essentially it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't remember though if this was button 4 or button 1. I just don't like it. I feel like it's a claw. I don't like it. I like my index finger. For Neo Geo. Gamer Fridge, what's going on, bro? How are you, dude? I see all the streams that you guys are doing, especially now with Gaming Menace. I like the name on that. It's a solid name. I stay in the background. I stay in my bubble. I'm like, I don't comment. I'm just like there. I watch you. I watch everybody. So yes. If it's a Neo Geo fighting game, then 2 buttons on top. Interesting, Nick. Interesting take. Do you guys see that? Nick is saying Neo Geo Fighter, 2 buttons on top and 2 buttons on the bottom. That sounds illegal. But I understand. I feel you. I feel you. Especially if you're the type that's playing a lot of fighting games and you're probably like just prone to like, okay, my punches and my kicks, I feel you on that. But that is illegal. That to me for Neo Geo, that's illegal. But you can do it. I like that. Everything about the Ray boards looks fantastic. The only thing that has me scared was the RGB harness. It's very good. I'll be honest. So like I said, the only thing you have to kind of get ready for is, like I said to him, no matter what, some people are going to have to extend. You have to extend wires. So for me, I did purchase an additional LED harness. Like when I was there, instead of me getting 4, I did have 5. Do I have it over here still? I have an end to it. The other big thing is that honestly, this wire, the LED harness wire, this is no joke. This is like 24, 26 gauge. It's kind of thin, but it's not, don't get like scared of it. Again, this was like a prototype wire, so you could see like he even has like the shield on it. I looked at this like solder, and I'm like, I can't solder like this. Look at how it's just a clean, straight like 2. Me over here, I'm the type where I splice and then I'll twist, pull out, and then solder clean. Like that's how I do it. I'm like, damn. But yeah, trust me, it's definitely, don't get afraid of it. It's just one of those things where I like to tell people, I like to be very honest, especially with like my videos. I want to be honest. And I don't want somebody to just be like, oh yeah, this is like, he made it sound easy. And it's like, it's not bad. The big thing to keep in mind though, again, it cleans up the wiring a lot because it's only 3 wires. Whereas if you did Ultimark's RGBs, I believe that's a 4 wire per button. It's like a nightmare. So Delano, how are you, bro? That's not build 10 though, is it? I kind of see the icon. You kind of look like, I might be wrong. I apologize that. It gives like the Street Fighter vibes. It does. The extended part and how you can't skip around, have to go in order. So that's another thing, yes. But the big thing, keep in mind, dude, you do it one time. It's one time and done. Just like how all other arcade control panels, you wire it once and you call it a day and you're done. So don't get too intimidated. It was cool because at least I was able to explain to Ray. I was like, hey, big thing I said, he's got the wire, he's got your connector that goes to the encoder, and then there was a pretty length, and then it's 8 connectors. And as you can see with my players 3 and 4, I only have 6. So now I have 2 connectors I can't use. And the big thing with these ARGBs is like it needs, apparently the yellow, the middle connector, it like needs to be there. A piece of metal has to be there to like continue it. Trust me, it is not that bad. It's not awful. It's not awful. I just said in my video, make sure you, if I were you, definitely wire LEDs first. That is like the first thing you want to wire. Then you worry about the arcade buttons later, because that's like simple. You don't have to worry about that. Marvel versus Capcom. What is the debate on this? Marvel versus Capcom. Nothing like a $3,500 MVC. This is red, blue, purple. I don't think I've ever seen a red, blue, purple before MVC. Oh, well, I should have put there arcade. I've seen all reds. This is X-Men, that doesn't count. What is that? Yellow, green, blue? What the hell is that? MVC 2. That on my end is Naomi. And that's what's cool. Again, you're going to see the video tomorrow it's going out. I did a profile for Technoparrot. Because somebody wrote in the comments, was like, oh, how does it treat Technoparrot? Because LED Blinky gets confused. And I'm like, don't worry, bang. I loaded up Virtual Fighter. And Virtual Fighter is a 3 or 4? I'll tell you right now. Hold on. I'll just load up the profile. Why not? 3. It's a 3-button game. On the title, I said, see these 3 buttons? Red, white, and blue. It's like my default. I make it red, white, and blue. You want to make it yellow, pink, green? Cool. But MV4, Virtual Fighter 4, so VF5, Virtual Fighter 5 is a 3-button game. And I did it where I made it on the video. You could see, like, I went into Technoparrot, I picked it on the launch box and went. That was it. I'm telling you, it's like a game changer. Because I'd never touched LED Blinky. That shit was like too many words on the screen, and no, like I'm not doing it. This is way different. Definitely I never missed the RGB buttons before. Oh, mess with it. But like you said, the Ultimark is 4 wires compared to just the Age RGB, so it's simple. It is, trust me. It is. It totally is. I don't think I've ever seen an RGB like the Gold Leafs Ultimarks wiring. I could only imagine what it was. That's all I have. Oh, Sunset Riders. No, I wrote Sunset Riders. Is Sunset Riders like I said, please, if you guys have any ideas, because as you can see right now, Sunset Riders is one. Yep. So I might do like all 4-player. Might have to like check that out. But I'm right now at a handful of games that need specific buttons. Right? Like, am I not reading that right? Like, it's not a lot. It's really not. I feel like everything else, like if you do like Contra. Contra's what, a 2-button game? Red. That looks like an arcade 1-up though. Super Contra? Is that white and red? No, it's just red. Yeah, Contra's a 2-button game. It's just fire. This is red and orange. That's either faded red or it's made to be red and orange. Blue, red, green. I said Marvel vs. Capcom. See? So, blue, red, green. Got it. Done. That's actually, if you think about it, that's how Ray had his. But, like I said, so it's funny. Ray said he's trying to work with Brooks. I said to Ray, I was like, don't go too crazy. I know Ray's the type, he's very anal, like me. I get it. Ray just wants to make it perfect. Ray doesn't want any flaws. Ray's like, I don't want to be known as like a flaw. I'm like, I'm the unique one. Yes, that's how I am. Somebody wrote in the comments was like, oh man, if you're a fighter, if you play a lot of fighting games, your button layout, the way I did it, he's like, that's atrocious. It's like awful. Because apparently I have high punch and high kick here, and low kick and low punches here. Something like that. I'm like, I'm not that much of a fighter. Like, if you see the way I play Street Fighter, I'm like spamming. I play more of like the regular, beat 'em up. So I'm just prone to like L1 and R1 is something. It's better to customize hand for games favorites. Very true. For most games on MAME, you'll just highlight the buttons with the color you like. Exactly. That's what I was trying to get at with Ray, because I'm like, LED blinky to me is just really like how I'm gonna set up ROM lister. We're like, okay, I just need one button. And then like I said, you could modify that one profile. Instead of now, if I do Ray's route or LED blinky route, and I do 1941 as a green button for fire, and then 1942 I made it like blue. Now it's like, oh shit, I gotta go and adjust 1,000 profiles. Fuck that. I'll just go into that one, and I'll just keep it. Again, me, when I have my customers that wanted LED blinky, all they wanted was the button to be lit. And I haven't done RGB. They were happy with single lit. And that's it. Like, okay, cool. You like it single lit? Beautiful. I had in the beginning when I was doing LED blinky, I had that thing where the guy was like, left punch. No, what was it? Hard punch. Soft punch. Kick punch. I was like, oh shit. I had to turn that shit off. I was like, what? So annoying to hear this guy say punch, punch, punch for literally 30 seconds while I'm trying to hear the Street Fighter 2 iconic attract mode. I can't think of any other 4-player arcades with different color buttons. Like I said, I would probably load up my 4-player and just like, I'd have to go per game. But again, I literally have what, 8 games, 6 games? That is it. Now, other people are doing this, and it was funny because, what's his name? Arcade Adam is in the Discord. And apparently you could do the serial commands. And when Arcade Adam told me, he's like, I have my control panel flash red when I'm getting shot at in the House of the Dead. I'm like, dude, that's extra. And it's okay if you like it. I'm not knocking you. It's just for me, I don't need that. Like, it's cool. I get it. But it's one of those things where I bet you programming it took so much time where once you were done with it, you were like, all right, this is kind of cool. And that's it. Like, oh, respect to you if you want it, but I don't need that. Other people, I think in the past with LED blinky, you were able to set like the coin to like pulse. Like, I don't need that. Just give me yellow. Just make it yellow. The voiceover naming buttons one by one will turn you into, yes, it will. It will. Especially if you like launch a game by accident. Oh man, no. And then the other thing was what? That voice would tell you 8-way. It would tell you the stick. It was an 8-way joystick. It's been so long with LED blinky. LED blinky software looks so outdated and too much to do per game. Yes, that's my argument. I never touched it because it was just words on the screen. Whereas at least like what Ray's thing here, I could visually see like, okay, I could make this red. And I'm telling you, it's like crazy because I wish I would have known how like interested people are. I would have told Ray, I would have invested. But I'm very happy and proud of Ray. He got it done. He's got 1,000. He's got 1,000 encoders coming in. I think that's wild. I think that's like insane that you make an order of 1,000. Now, the big thing with it, oh, the 2-player. That was the thing. People are asking like, oh, is he gonna make a 2-player encoder? I'm like, Ray said it wasn't worth it. Now, also, Ray said, and somebody wrote in my comments, they're like, oh, does this encoder work with like a PS5? And I said to Ray, I was like, is it going to work on a PlayStation? He goes, no. He was like, Brooks needed to add something to it. And if he added it, and this is a good convo or a poll, if he added it, he would have had to have charged like $40 more. So it's like, shit, now what? Like, do you do that? I'm not gonna put an encoder on a PS5. People do, I guess. I don't know, but I'm not doing that. But now imagine if his encoder now wasn't the price and now it's $4 more. Now it's like a deal breaker. And it's just funny to see, like I said, somebody wrote there like, oh, I wish he made a 2-player. Ray said like the difference from a 2-player to the 4-player, it was like $20. So it's, and then he has to order 1,000 2-players. So he has to have 2,000. It's like not worth it. I said to Ray, don't worry. Let people get the 4-player and they'll just wire 2 players. It's not that big of a deal. Big thing, like I said, his encoder, I was doing Zinmos for all my arcades. Zinmos and SJX. I was going to make the step to that pack though. But then Ray said I'm coming out with an encoder. I'm like, okay, I'll wait. Big thing is, again, X input with 8 programmable keyboard. Wild. I have a dedicated escape. I was even going the route of looking on Amazon, like, how can I get a dedicated escape keyboard button and then put it on the control panel? Now, no more. It is not needed. I think it's a beautiful thing. I just can't wait because people are like, I feel, well, Ray's doing it smart. Let's be real. Because people are like, where is the product? It's not on his website. So Ray's like, I don't want to post. He was actually going to put like, it was funny. I said, don't do it. He was like, I was going to make a wait list and put like $1 and you had to pay $1 to be on the wait list. I'm like, don't do that. Like, and he's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I was like, don't do it. Ray's just the type where he's like, Vic, I don't want to like make it available unless it's in my hand. And I'm like, that is smart. That's the right way to do business. So very good to you. I don't even have any RGB or LED buttons, and I don't even have active marquee. Less electronics, less problems. Very true, Nick. It's very true. But what's really cool, and I have to kind of say that in the next video, like right now, this is my master, right? This is my master PC. This is my master 43 terabyte. What's really cool with Ray's thing is like it doesn't rely on an actual program. So right now, if I take my files, let's say I do everything, I'm going to be using Ray's encoder. That's like number one. That's like a guarantee. I'm not going to be going back to like Zinmos. I would rather spend the money and have this dedicated escape and all that. It's more like if somebody doesn't have addressable RGBs and you put in all these like JSON profiles, if you launch it and you don't have the actual EXE, it's not going to give you a warning. It's just going to just continue with life. So I'm very happy to see that because I think a couple of times with like LED Blinky, I used to get errors and it was like, hey, we don't know where your main.exe is. Like, Jesus Christ. I think you only get up to 3 builds per LED Blinky license. Interesting. I didn't know that. Did not know that. Simple setup is better, but I really like having a marquee with the video. Active marquees are there. I'm gonna have to talk to Ray if he has an idea. I think I posted it. I kind of made a short on it. It's just I know nobody's gonna buy it. And I think the easiest thing, Ray introduced me to these wireless HDMI transmitters. I have it in the garage because I edit a TV. Works to an extent. If you're playing with audio, it's not that great. But again, the idea was to get the Amazon active marquee. I think it's like a 28-inch. And then I would put this wireless HDMI. I would sell like a mini, like a refurbished Dell Optiplex because it doesn't need much power. OBS, and then all these active marquee, the video marquees, and just have it as like a cycling loop, like an endless loop. Kind of like how when I do my live streams, you guys see like that random thing at the bottom of the screen. I was gonna do that and sell something like that, but I kind of just didn't continue or proceed because I could already tell you it's gonna cost at least like $500 in hardware alone. So I'm like, I'm gonna sell it for what, 7? Now I have to work like tech support. I don't want to do that. I'll probably do one on my own and then do a tutorial on how to make it. I've heard horror stories of marquees going out. The marquee is like, yes. It's actually funny. Like I said, I have a buddy by me. He had it was a Megacade. He had a Megacade, had a big like active marquee, that's huge one. I'm like, this is fucking huge. And then he did get a Jason Baker build. He got an Integrum Retro 4-player. Nice. I saw the cabinet, very nice. But he got it, and it's actually interesting because Jason Baker actually delivered it. I'm like, damn. He like took his car from like Maine or something like that. Very cool. Shout out to Jason. And then I think something happened in transit and like the marquee, like the board, something fried. So you had to like go back home and then come back and like reinstall it. But it's not bad. I feel like active marquees, like once you're like locked in and set and you're not like traveling across the world with it, it's fine. They are great. You just also, to my opinion, you do need a good computer. You can't be doing these fucking HPs, Dell Optiplexes, which I can't figure out how there's people still doing that. I can't. I'm right now, even Chris could probably answer this. I'm right now, it's like for 2026, and it's okay, I get it. But unfortunately, this is the world that we're in. Pricing of PCs are like wild. I can't do anything about it. And I have a Micro Center by me, and I'm like, I have to prey on like a motherboard, like bundle deal. That was another thing I'm actually doing right now. Right next to me is a light gun PC. Oh man, I told the guy, I was like, dude, you're so lucky you ordered this because like it was like the last bundle, and like RAM pricing is wild. So now I have to bite the bullet and I have to test out these mini PCs, and I don't want to do it because I know it's gonna be underpowered. But I just have to try out these mini PCs. I don't want to pay like $600 for a mini PC though. Like I think that's atrocious. I think it's wild. I saw one on Amazon for like $300, and I'm like, all right, I guess. But then it comes with like 512 gigs, and I'm like, that's like nothing to me. I can fill that up in like a heartbeat. So I have to figure that out. Yes, that was the thing. So it needed. I originally was making it with an old Raspberry Pi I had laying around. Raspberry Pi, it read MP4 files, but it didn't read GIFs or GIFs. So the idea was to put the Raspberry Pi right against it, and that didn't work out. So I think the cheapest thing is to get the screen, and then literally like a Dell Optiplex. I could do a mini PC, that's fine, but it's like OBS video files. You don't really even need a graphics card for it, so I could go on the cheap end on that. Active marquees are cool, but very pricey, depending on where you're looking. Where you're looking. Again, I posted on the one I did, I think, for Ray. Yeah, no, the video after Ray. The 3-player. That 3-player Bivic View Links. I posted the link to the active marquee on that. I said the wrong size, though, on the video. I bought the big one. I think it was like a 28-inch. And it was like $400. And solid, honestly. For the price, it looked great. It looked amazing. And it was big. It wasn't a small one. But yes, it would be definitely the wireless stuff. Jason Baker's a mentor. That's everybody's mentor, honestly. What Jason delivered in arcade to Chris Kulmat too. Yeah, so Jason's awesome. Jason is busy. That's like the biggest thing. I remember when Jason started, he was like advertising the drive. He got busy and now he's building. And it's very cool and awesome to see. He messages me on Facebook. We're all cool and friends, and that's the best thing. It'd be great if the command line could use reading an INI or XML file. If not, you'll end up with a lot of files in the folder. You could make a command. I'm trying to understand what you're asking for, Ramirez. You could make a folder. And you could do, Ray's going to supply the code for that. You could do like a BAT or an AHK to launch the profile. Again, originally when I started with Ray's encoder, he did tell me like the file had to be in the same area with the exe. I'm telling you, dude, it's not going to be a lot of files. If you go the route of doing this, This is LED blinky. Yes. But you could do this in a different folder. You could do that. This right now to me is useless. To me, I don't care about this. LED blinky stuff, I honestly don't care. That's where I'm gonna make a point about it in my video because, you know, if I launch like Circus, which I guess is Circus Charlie, like that's a one button game. Run it. If I import this Circus Charlie, like what color did he pick? Not even he, it's like what color did LED Blinky pick? Let's see, Circus C is Circus Charlie. Red. Just like what I said in my video. It's red. I feel like every one button game is red. So now it's like, okay, I want to change Circus Charlie to blue and I want to do it for all my one buttons. Instead of me doing one per game, you're going to see, you just go to the one main profile. But yeah, this is where like, so in my situation with Ray and these blinkies, everything would work up to 2 buttons. After 2 button arcade games, we don't work, we don't jive. Because again, I wired it differently. That's where he's gonna make a point. I said that he still has to make videos. I'm making mine because honestly, right now, I'm in like a groove and I know and I could talk. And I'm like, okay, I know what I'm doing. But I'm also doing it because I wanna finish it. I wanna be done with it. And if you think about it, like I said, from a week when I first installed it to where I'm at now, I feel like I'm an expert. I'm not gonna call myself an expert, but I feel like it. So Ray was also saying where he was gonna go into the colors.ini file. He was gonna do something here. Like this. See like all this? He was gonna do it where like you would basically have to do a find and replace in my situation. Where, for example, like instead of it saying like button 2, yeah, it would be this. If button 3 would have to be reading as like button 6. And now you gotta find and replace, and it's like I was like, you lost me. He was gonna do it, and I was like, you do it, cool. I don't care. Like it's fine. It's I'm not talking bad about Ram. Like do it. But for me, I'm gonna go this route. I'm just gonna do my 1 singles, and that's it. Call it a day. DDR4 RAM is still high. Yes, it is. It honestly is. Oh shit! I didn't realize my chat was moving. Sorry. 3060s. 3060s, that's still even like available? I just picked up a 5060 for $300. I think that's a great value. Somebody in a Lycon group on Facebook and he was selling a Lycon mini PC build for like $150. So unfortunately, I'm not in, if it's Lycon Lunatics, I'm not in there. I'm gonna have to message Peter. It's okay. I'm not gonna beg to get back in a group, but I'll probably message him and say Happy New Year. I don't know, but a mini PC for $150 with the games, like, that's interesting. RTX 36. I don't do Radeons. I'm so Beast Heads. I'm sorry. It's actually funny. I think Nick is in Nick. Somebody in my Discord is bringing that up. Also, like I said, guys, if you go to the description, you can see the link to the Discord. You can join in. It's open to everybody. You'll get if you're looking to sail the high seas, some stuff will be there. I just avoid Radeon all day, only because like when you read like Technoparrot and I need like AMD patches, I am an NVIDIA all day type of guy. So if you're asking me, it's a 3060. Anything NVIDIA, I'm in it. I don't know. I mean, for $150, it depends on what it is. I just don't. Like I said, why know AMD? I don't. Like I said, I just have this thing, again, with Technoparrot, knowing that you need, like, AMD fixes. Even when I was talking to Ray sent me a couple of files for, he just wrote there, like, AMD patches. And I'm like, oh, I throw my hands up. I don't, it's no offense to AMD. I'm always using NVIDIA, and I've always done, and I've never had any issue as far as emulation. I never had to download a patch. It's also like that too. If I go now and I go to Radeon and then like another future build goes back to like NVIDIA, and now I got to worry about, do I have a patch active on this one game? I don't want to do that. Nope. Nope. Again, you could do Radeon. That's cool. I honestly, when I first started this and even started PC side of things, I avoided Ryzen. AMDs, I avoided. I was like, oh, Intel was king. But now I'm a big fan of Ryzen. I switched all my PCs over to Ryzen 7s. So it's a driver thing. I don't know. Save yourself the headaches and use an NVIDIA GPU. There's Vidal. How are you, buddy? Happy New Year, everybody. Also, thank you guys for 50K. 15,000, I should say. 15K. I was very shocked to get that email today. I'm like, damn. YouTube is always weird like that. It's very funny because it's every like I get like this kind of random surge. I have like the video of me playing Contra Galuga, and it's like a YouTube short, and it's like the most viewed short. And sure enough, like if I go to my comments, like there's like 30 comments today on that short that I posted like 8 months ago. And it's like, I don't know, there's always like that up and down surge to it. Look, oh no, that's not it. That was Capcom versus Square. Did you guys see that, the Capcom versus Square demo? Again, shout out to that guy, Video Game Esoteric. I'll be honest, cool dude, but he talks too fast and he talks too low for me. I had to put like the closed caption on when I watch his video. He's cool because I see his video. I'm like, oh, what is this Capcom versus Square? And then sure enough, you make a video on it. I thought Intel was king forever as well, and then Ryzen 7, and I see the threads, and I see all this, and I don't even totally know what's happening. But yes, I converted everything over to Ryzen 7. My big thing right now that I have to do, I have to switch my House of Rock. I have a 4 terabyte SSD. I should probably bring that to an M.2. I have the motherboard could support the M.2. I've just had a 4 terabyte SSD, so I should change that to an M.2. But the pricing of fucking PC parts right now is wild. It's insane. I bought not to mention they don't have any more. I usually get the Samsung 2 terabyte 990 Evo Pluses for my light gun builds. They don't have that anymore. So I had to get like the 990 Pro. And it was like, I think it was, apparently it's a better, but it costed like $50 more. It's insane. It is wild to me, the pricing of PCs. It's crazy. But yes, that's why I said this is cool. We're all hanging out. I feel bad because I just feel like we're talking about me. The idea is like I said, it's mainly, maybe we'll do it weekly. I don't know what day I'll do it. It's just to hang out. It's more about like, leave all the stress out there and just talk. We don't have to talk about arcade stuff. I'd rather talk about anything gaming wise. It's funny now, like, again, I try to do streams and play more games. Even now I was like, I sometimes try to look at like Steam. Let me bring back real quick. It don't matter if you see anything. I don't care. I have to work on like my OBS, to be honest with you. I try to see like if there's any upcoming arcade style Steam games coming out. First and foremost, bring me back, please, my default control panel layout. Thank you. And I don't see anything. Like as far as like upcoming ones, I'm not saying nothing. Take out Firefox. I always go down to like upcoming. And nothing really like tickles the fancy. I love the list that they give me. Toxic Crusaders is live? What is this? When did this drop? There's a demo? When did this demo drop? Yeah, we're gonna download it. What the hell? Where have I been? Is this new? Did we just find this? Hello? Are you guys holding out on me? Did you guys know this was happening? Holy shit. Did you guys know that this demo's out? Am I frozen? What the hell? No, I'm here. I seem to be here. I hope I'm here. Unless it was whatever. It's fine. We're going to be ending anyway soon. But yes, thank you guys for hanging out. Toxic Crusaders, I know the calls. My dad called me a Toxic Crusader when I was younger. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to see that now. Now we're going to have to definitely play it. I don't know if I'm still here. If I am, cool. But there you go. That's our little arcade society. We'll aim to do it weekly. Like I said, anything you guys want to talk about, you'll just post it. We're not aiming for anything specific. Yes, I think I got my answer as far as arcade controls and all that. But yes, I don't know if I'm still here. If I am, cool. If not, it's A-okay. Everybody have a good night. Tomorrow will be a long day of filming for MAME Arcade. And like I said, I definitely have to do more pinball streams because Toy Story, I've almost beaten it twice. So yes. Oh, it left me while I was downloading and I'm back. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's all right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. Have a good night. And yes, I'll keep you guys posted in the Discord. Thanks, guys.